Hi guys. We are going to see the continuation of the last demo. Previously, we are seeing this AWS Kinesis Firehose, how to set it up, how to transfer the data to the lake, data lake. In this case, it's S3, right? So that's what we are seeing. Now, we are trying to do the similar demo, but not with the Firehose, but this time with the Kinesis Stream. Okay, one of the biggest difference between the Kinesis Stream and the Firehose is Kinesis Stream is more real time. And nowadays there are lots and lots of new use cases like IoT streams are coming up, click stream. Those kind of use cases, as soon as the data comes, that too with humongous volume, it has to be consumed and you're supposed to get the response back. So the most popular tool for that is the Kinesis Stream. So we are going to use that today. So this is steps in high level. First, we are going to create the data stream, Kinesis data stream called Agile Rules Orders. Create a DynamoDB table called Agile Rules Orders with the partition key as the customer ID and the sort key as the order ID. Okay. Um, so in the Firehose, while defining the Firehose, we are saying what is the destination, and we chose the S3. But here there is no default destination, so that's why DynamoDB is used to create the destination. And next, we are going to create a Lambda function called Agile Rules Orders. And while creating the Lambda function, we are going to use the trigger as the Kinesis stream, what we create in the step one. Okay, Agile Rules Order. Once we do all these three, then we are logging into the EC2 instance, what we created during the first demo, to pump the data into the Kinesis data stream using the Kinesis agent. So login into the putty, install the Kinesis client application. If not, configure the agent.json file. Previously, we configured for the Firehose. Now we are going to configure for this data stream. Restart the Kinesis agent. Anytime you change the configuration file, you have to restart the agent, and then you are going to run the Python file to load the data and verify this time in the DynamoDB for the real steps. Okay, so as usual, I have this steps file. First, what we are going to do is we are going to create the this thing. So okay, so also I think we need to create the data stream, right? Create data stream. Okay. Then we do that, right? So first we will try to create the data stream as Agile Rules Orders. So that is something which was missing. Let me just add that here. Probably I'll just say it as action 0. Okay. So how do we do that? First we go inside this Kinesis thing, and you say that you want to create a data stream, not the delivery stream, data stream, and you can say Agile Rules Order here. Okay. And here number of sets, since it's a development, we just say 1. In real world scenario, you are going to calculate based on a read and writes. It's going to calculate, you're going to say how much this is going to be, the number of sets going to be. Throughput is based on this. Okay, so we are going to create this thing. So now Agile Rules Order has been created. Okay, let's go to the step. Now we are going to create the DynamoDB table. Okay, and so just copy this. Let's go inside. Okay, let's go here. Okay, DynamoDB table, right? Now you will say create table. So we will say this is the table name, right? Partition key, table name must be between 3 and allowed characters, or this and this. Okay, there's no space, that's why I think. Okay, and customer ID as the partition key, right? Okay, let's do that. And it's a numeric thing. And basically our input file, if you see, it has a customer and order and other details. That's why we are doing this. And we are going to create a sort key. Sort key is going to be the order ID. Okay. I'm going to put all these files and other things into a link and share it with the video. Okay. So we created this and this. So we are going to say create. So it's creating the table now. So the DynamoDB table is being created. So for example, I want to say this as a negative one just to sequence it, and I'll change things later. So this is 0. Okay. So now we are going to do the sudo pip install boto3. Okay. So the boto3 is what the Python library used given by the AWS to work with the AWS object. Since I already have the Python 3, it is saying, okay, it is given what is there. Otherwise, in your case, you are going to see a little bit more verbiage, it's installing kind of a thing. Okay, so, and then I'm going to create, you need to create a directory, so .aws, I think if you go inside this, ls I do have, okay, cd.aws I do have, I created already, and I already have two files called config and credentials. Okay, so let's see the steps. So for these are the prerequisites for boto to work. Okay, so basically create a file called credentials and have an entry AWS access key ID and the AWS access secret key. Okay, let me show you what I mean by that. So vi credentials. See, this is what it is: AWS access key ID, AWS access secret key ID, right? So how do we figure this out? Let me just show you high level. Kinesis is, we did this already, right? So now we are going to go to services. Okay, let's go to IAM thing. Okay, so here, so my security credentials, if you see here, okay, continue, do not show this, continue. Okay, so here you are going to see the, in your case, the access key and secret keys are going to be different, and there is a limitation, you could have only 2 of them active. So if you cannot figure out your secret key going to come only once and you have to store it. If you cannot figure that out in your case, you can create a new access key and get the access key and secret key. I'm going to show that to you guys, but mine won't work because I'm going to delete all this, but at least you get an idea what is that in my case. Okay. So this is a cryptic number AKI same. That's the access key and this is a secret key. So this should go inside the credentials file. Got it? If you go to the steps again, create a file called config and have an entry default region US East 1. Okay. So now we'll look into vi config. See, default region US-East-1. These are the two things. So one is secret access key, other is saying the region. So once you have this side, let's go inside this. Now I need to create a Lambda function, and the name of the Lambda function is this. And then I need to have a this Lambda function should have a role which will have Amazon Kinesis read-only access and DynamoDB full access. Okay, so let me go and create the Lambda function first. Create a function. Okay, so from the scratch, okay, create the function. So I'm going to say what is the function name. Okay, that should be all right. So this is going to be Python 2.7 for me. Okay, and from the thing here, I'm going to say, instead of create, I'm going to say use existing, and the thing is Agile rules order for Lambda. Okay, so if you want to know what is Agile rules order for Lambda, you can go inside the role. And Azure rules are for Lambda. If you see here, it has Amazon DynamoDB full access and Amazon Kinesis read fully access. So you need to give these two permission to this role. Okay. So that's what I have did. And the next step is going to click create function. Okay. So now we need to create a trigger now. Okay. So this is the trick. We need to assign the Kinesis here. So okay, Kinesis, right? So here we have both. So we have two streams. I'm going to use this latest one, what we created, Azure rules order. Okay, and the rest is default is fine. You just say add, and now Azure rules orders is the Kinesis thing. Okay, now what I should do? So if you click on this thing, you are having a place to enter the Lambda function. So I do have a separate Lambda function text. I'm going to say edit select all, and I'll discuss with you what is that. It's very simple again. So basically some of the imports for JSON, Boto3 and the handler function, it's basically doing something called DynamoDB. It's what is the name of the table? Azure rules order, what we created. Okay, and then it is trying to once it reads the decode and record data on deserialized data based on this base64 utility, right? It is basically trying to persist into the DynamoDB. So is first of all with the table batch writer as a batch writer for item in deserialized data. It's going to get okay invoice number invoice. So each item what it gets, it's going to get it in a separate variable. Invoice number will become invoice, customer will become customer, stock code stock, and then it's using the put item. This is what the DynamoDB API, right? And it's using the batch API, and it's basically saying these are the values to it. Okay, that's it. And now you say save. Okay, so now this is done. Got it? Okay, so the next steps is make sure the agent.json file will have the following syntax. Okay, previously while we did the Firehose thing, it was only showing the Firehose specific entry. Now we are going to change that to this. Okay, so pwd, okay, cd dot okay, vi agent.json. Okay, oh, not here. Okay, where is the agent? It should go. I should go inside the agent.json should be. See, I have to go to this Kinesis. I have to put this also here. Okay, so let me do this first. Now if I do this, so now this flows thing, when you create this when you install this Firehose agent, it creates this file by default without all these entries. Last time we configured it for Firehose. This time we are configuring this for the Kinesis stream, right? This is a Kinesis stream, and now we need to change this to, instead of orders one, I want to change to orders. So change a read only thing. Okay, so that means I have to use a sudo thing, sudo vi agent.json, right? And now if I do that, so basically I need to elevate my access here. That's it. Okay. Kinesis stream is what we created just now, agile rules orders. Partition key option is random. And here we are going to say what kind of data processing we are going to use. Option is a CSV to JSON. So we are basically converting the CSV to the JSON here, so that in the Lambda function we can directly get those values as a JSON for each one of these: invoice number, stock code, description. Say for example, this is what we were using for Lambda function, if you guys see, right? See, if you see these steps, invoice number, customer, this and this will match. Invoice number, stock code, right? Or this and this both are going to match. That is how for item in serialized data, you are accessing as if it is a JSON, right? Format here. How? Because you are converting the data into the JSON format within the Kinesis agent itself using this particular option. Okay. So got it. So now this is also there. Now let's go to the steps. Okay, since we did this, we need to restart sudo this thing, right? Okay. So anytime you change the configuration file, you restart, that means shutdown and startup happens. Okay. After that, uh, we are going to do this. This is the input generator thing, right? So we are going to run this. Okay, probably cd, then run this. I have to go to the directory and do this. Permission denied. Okay, so again it is going to be sudo, then like this. Okay, so now what's happening? Basically, you're trying to put 10 records now, right? You're trying to put 10 records reading from the CSV file, right? It's reading the 10 records from the CSV file. Then what's happening? Once this agent uh, this file is going to put a log file into a specific directory. The directory is mentioned here, where I'll show you. So if you see here, okay, not here. Okay, one second. So we have to go to the directory to show you. So if you go to here, see this file pattern, var log agent agile rules, right, slash star dot log. This is the directory where that input Python file, log generator file, is creating the log file. Once this log has been created, what is happening? It is going to send to the Kinesis stream, right? And while sending, what it's doing, it is trying to convert the CSV to JSON with this converter thing, correct? So that is what the steps happening here. Okay, so now this is done. So now we can do a tail this agent.log file to see what is happening, correct? So we'll try to do that. 20 records and successful destination, 20 records fetching. Okay, so it is trying to do this thing, progress, and so meanwhile we can go here where the DynamoDB table, okay, and go into the agile rules thing, go inside this item thing. See, now I think it is refreshing. If you keep refreshing, you are going to see 1 2 3 4 5 records are here. You might get 10 probably. So you are getting a point here. Basically, the whole thing is here. Okay, as long as if you go here, this agent, this Firehose agent this Kinesis agent, right? This is the configuration file which tells the whole story. It's telling you it is reading something. The input stream it's reading for the log is this, and it is giving to the Kinesis stream. And while giving the thing, it is also trying to convert CSV to JSON option. And so once it does all this, now we said there is a lambda function. Lambda function trigger is this Kinesis stream. That is why this lambda function is triggered. And if you see the code here, see this is the code we copied. So basically it is trying to get the values as the JSON format. Because we already converted in JSON format. That's why you could be able to get this value. And then we are calling the put item DynamoDB table API, batch API, and putting these values. So it is persisting into this thing. Okay. So hope you are getting the full end to end here. And in next demo, I'll talk about other technologies. Okay. Thank you, guys.